Nightvault!
Nightvault! Yes, we're back tonight, and we have for you, it's the Stormcast versus the Skaven, it's the Cursebreakers versus the Swarm. Yes, it's Skritch versus Stormsire.
I've not played these guys in ages, I don't know what any of them do.
Yeah, I haven't played against them for a long time. I can't remember the anti-Skaven tactics. I know they're tough.
I can't remember they're fast.
I'm not happy.
5 move, I'm pretty speedy.
I'm not happy with this. I'm pretty slow. I haven't got any decent saves, but I did score a lot of glory in the last game.
You did.
I'm hopeful, but I feel like you may play an evasion game, in which case I'm probably
yeah, maybe, possibly. We'll have to see. If I run away from you and just sit at the back here, will I do any better for it? Who knows? We shall find out. So, we've done all the usual bits. We've rolled for the boards, and I won again. I think I've won about 5 games in a row now. Robin placed this one.
I like to crits for the game.
And yeah, like last time. I've placed this board in this orientation. I know people are probably going to go, why haven't you placed them off centre or anything? But frankly, I haven't got the inventiveness for that, so I've gone with this because I think it actually served me quite well.
If anybody wants to make us a board tip, board placement tip, that'd be great, because we often struggle.
We're very, very ignorant of the boards, I think, and there's just too many of them now. There's 10 different board sides, and we've kind of already discussed this before we place them, that you probably never want to take lethal hexes unless you're orcs or Nighthaunts, really.
Yeah, like nobody else would want to, particularly since you have to put them in your half, which immediately puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you know your opponent's coming after you, I guess after the first game, you might then want to place them. Maybe. But if your opponent's Nighthaunts and he's coming after you, it doesn't make any odds. So here are the objectives. We've got a number 2 and a number 3.
Oh, you've got a number 2 on your side.
Oh, it's disgusting. And there's a 4, 5 and number 1 all over in the corner there.
Okay.
So now we're going to roll. See who gets to place first.
I don't do very well on this roll, and I'm continuing that tradition with just a double crit.
So just a double crit.
Double assist. Oh, you've got double assist. You want to roll again?
Yeah, let me roll again. I get this time around. Oh, crit and a single. Oh, 3 crits. Okay. Smash.
Well, I'm glad I got 3 crits on that roll, because that's a really important roll.
Yeah.
I will allow you to place the first Skaven.
Skaven time. Skaven time. Right, I need to look at my objectives again. Can't remember what I've got. Can I do any of them? Some of them. Okay.
Can you
so,
do them?
I'm going to put Mr. Loki Lukerson over there.
I'm going to put Amiss Dawnguard there.
Very silvery looking. Okay, my next Skaven down is going to be the Hungry Skaven.
The Hungry Skaven.
Everybody wants a hungry Skaven.
I'm going to play Rustus the Charmed over here. Radagast the Bird Tamer, Radagast the Fool.
And I'm going to play my Festerson over here with his wicked daggers.
Festerson, and I'm going to finally put Averon Stormsire here.
Okay, so my last 2 people, I'm going to put Kirk here and
Skritch.
Skritch Boy here. Now I completely forgot that I move 5. 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get halfway across the board.
Sit right at the back there, which doesn't bode well for me.
Come and get me if you think you're hard enough. So you've seen our cards, we've still got this nice new setup, hopefully, as long as all the recording works, because frankly we are having a bit of a mare with recording stuff at the minute, so hopefully you can see our cards in a nice new format. And we shall crack on now.
Cracking on.
So, I'll roll first, because if I don't get a crit, you win.
Oh yeah.
Robin gets a crit, and he wins, because Robin finished setting up first. Isn't that good of Robin? Well done, Robin.
So I win. Brilliant. Okay, let's go home. Right.
So Robin now has to make that soul-crushing decision.
I think I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting
that. Oh, my soul is crushed.
My soul has been crushed. Okay. So I go first. Fine. What do I do?
Well, what you have to do, Pete, you have to move and get objectives.
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
Well, I haven't got time now.
Alright, I'm up to speed now. Well, let's rock and roll. Okay, so my first activation, out the gate, I'm going to go with the Festering Skaven.
My word.
It's a pretty brutal opener there, Cotton. We'll have to see how it plays out for him. There we go. That was my first activation. And you know what? I've got nothing to play in my power step.
Nothing to play, hey?
Not to play at all.
I also have nothing to play in the power step. I don't know why I'm picking up these dice. Oh, I do.
I'm going to attack myself.
I'm going to, on my first activation, I'm going to take the bold move of casting a spell.
Ooh.
So I'm going to cast this with Amis. No, I'm going to cast it with Rastus.
So Rastus is there.
Yeah, I'm going to cast it in power, so I need a lightning bolt.
In power.
And I got one. That barely rolled. Would you like me to re-roll that?
Yeah, we rolled in the dice tower. So.
Okay. So I am inspired.
How inspiring.
And you'll be pleased to know I picked the score immediately for friendly fire to successfully cast a spell card.
Oh.
So I'm going with glory.
Glory, glory. One glory for you.
Yep, and a new objective.
On to the power step. What are you going to do?
Power step, I am going to do nothing.
No. Second activation, I am going to draw a card. So I am going to say that that is it, and I have nothing to play.
Okay, I've got nothing to play either in your power step. For my second activation, I'm going to cast a spell with Avis.
Ooh.
Same one.
Zibble zapple.
Lightning bolt. I haven't got two copies of Harness the Storm because that would be cheating.
Yeah, I've got it again. Hang on. Okay, so she's now inspired as well. On to the power step.
I have nothing to play in the power step.
Okay. Okay, so my third activation, I'm not going to play anything in your power step. I'm just going to move a dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello!
Hello.
Squeak. Squeak. And in my power step, I'm going to play Musk of Fear on him.
What does that do?
Well, it puts him on guard.
Right.
So he's now on guard. And he inspires. Now, he wasn't the best one to put there for that because he doesn't gain anything from being inspired really apart from one attack dice. But there we go. That's the way it goes.
Okay. I am going to play Determined Effort.
So plus one attack dice.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to play nothing else.
So I'm going to roll. I'm going to attack him for my third activation.
Okay.
With
Rastus.
So it's 3 hammers with cleave, and that makes a difference. Does it?
Yes, because I'm on guard.
Oh, okay. 3 hammers with
the
cleave. And what was the card? Oh yes, no, it's 4 hammers. So I've got to try 4 dice.
Wowza.
Because he gets an extra dice.
4 hammers with cleave. Oh, a crit.
A crit and a hammer.
So I need 2 crits. Well, he's a dead rat.
Ooh!
So close. And if you hadn't had cleave, I'd have been all right.
Yes.
That did not go well, and now.
Okay.
And now.
So I also, you'll be pleased to know, scored
Precise use of force.
defensive strike.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to play There Are Always More. I'm going to bring him back here. Try that again, mate, but don't die so much this time. So, on to my 4th turn. I'm going to get rid of a card. I'm going to get rid of Cover Ground, which moves 6, and I haven't got anything to be able to do that with, and I'm going to get a new card. In my power step, I've got nothing.
For my 4th and final activation, I'm going to move.
Okay, power step.
No, I've got nothing to do.
Okay. These are I, so on to the end phase. I scored 1 objective. I scored hold objective 3, which I'm holding over here. And I'm going to get rid of hold objectives 1 and 4. I've not got many objectives left to take. And of my upgrades and everything else, I'm going to keep them all. So I'm just going to draw 1 gambit.
Okay. I didn't score anything.
Good.
Okay, and I'm going to play my glory.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to play Incredible Strength.
On
I'm going to put it on Rastus.
Rastus.
I'm going to put Great Speed on Dawnguard.
And
SOULTRAP on Stormsire.
okay.
And I'm going to draw no new objective cards and 3 or 4 new power cards.
Okay, so it's second round. That was a pretty swift first round. So second round, we're going to roll again to see who goes first. And I get a crushing 3 doubles.
So just something
Anything,
really. We'll probably...
anything. Well, 2 crits, single and a double.
Okay.
That will get it.
Okay, I think I'll let you go first, Kim.
Fine. Right, I'm going to do this. It's going to either be earth-shatteringly brilliant or just terrible. But I'm going to charge with the Festering Skaven. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have a go at Amis. Not Amis.
Stormsire.
Stormsire. So the Festering Skaven rolls 2 swords. Could do some crits. Oh, there we go. Crit a sword.
So
You only have 1 dash.
So you've done 1 damage.
1 damage, yes.
And I'm going to play my turn.
Oh!
Which enables me to attack. So I'm going to attack for. I'm going to use 2 hammers. I haven't got anything else. I'm going to have to do 2 hammers and hope for the best. Oh, it's a hammer and a crit!
Well, that's a dead Skaven.
Oh man!
Power step then. You get another glory.
Yeah, thank you all.
I have nothing to play in my power step.
I have nothing to play in your power step either.
Okie dokie, onto your first activation.
Okay, my first activation. I'm going to put Rastus here on guard.
Okay, so onto my second activation. I'm going to move Skritch 1, 2, 3 to there. In the power step, I have nothing to do. So onto your second activation.
I'm going to put Stormsire on guard.
On guard! Okay. And power step?
Power step, I have nothing to do.
Same here. So my third activation. I'm going to move Kirk onto there. And that is me. Nothing on my power step.
Okay, I'm going to make a charge action.
Okay. With
Averon.
Ooh, who's he going after?
We go 1, 2, 3 to there. So I lose that, but I do score change of tactics.
2 hammers?
Two no,
Oh,
so I'm
no.
going to use the sword.
Oh, yeah,
use the
spells.
formulation. So it's 2 spell dice, so I need swirls.
Swirly swirls. Or crits.
Or crits, yeah. Or 2 lightnings.
A lot of
So I
nothing.
missed.
I don't even have to roll to defend. You can't push him back if you don't get any successes.
Nope.
So he has.
Come and get me,
charged.
fellas!
Well, you see, I'd say, yeah, I'll come and have a go at you, but I don't think I've really got anybody I can have a go at you with. So in your power step, I'm going to play Frenzied Stabbing.
Ooh, what does that do?
Which is +1 damage on the next attack with a range of 1 or 2. And on to my 4th turn.
I feel like there might be something about to happen.
Right, Lucky Skaven's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He's going to have a stab at you. So it's 3 swords on him, +1 damage from Frenzied Stabbing, so it's 2 damage. Awesome!
What's that swords?
No, 3 hammers.
Please! I don't want to play anymore. Okay, I'm going to play Quick Advance in the power step. Ooh, which is move 2.
2 people 1?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then in my 4th and final activation, I'm gonna let's be risky. Let's play this bold. I'm gonna charge.
I don't think you've got. You haven't got much to worry about, I don't think. So
3 hammers.
And she does 3 damage.
3 damage.
Oh god. I don't think it's not. Well, you've probably got something to kill Skritch with. So
3
3
hammers.
hammers. Awesome. So it is crit. Here comes the dodge.
Oh,
Oh, it's a shield. And you've got.
nothing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have. That's
Alright.
not quite true.
So you do 3 damage to me, and you're going to push him back.
Nope.
Okay. Onto the power step, and you have.
I'm going to play Eye of the Storm.
Oh, what's that?
It's a innate lightning bolt.
Oh, cool.
Door guard.
Cool, cool.
And I'm going to play a reaction.
And you're going to play.
Ready for action! I feel like your heart wasn't in that.
I'm struggling.
So it's 3 hammers again.
Yep. 2 hammers this time.
2 hammers.
Crit or Skritch is dead. No. Okay, Skritch is dead.
This isn't going very well, is it?
It's not for me. I think it is for you.
Yeah, it is going quite well for me.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty great. I'm loving this, really.
My power step?
Anything else in your power step?
Oh yes, I do. Do you have nothing? Because it's your turn, isn't it?
Nothing.
I am going to play Great Concussion.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it...
Well, it's a good thing I didn't go for Supremacy in the end then, because you would have crushed my soul with that instead.
Yes, I was aware of that. I've got him there, him there.
Okay, I still have... you know what, I'm going to play SOULTRAP on...
Makes sense.
Kirk, because it doesn't really make much difference. Anything for you?
No.
No, cool. On to the end phase then. So I went first and I scored nothing. I'm going to get rid of Superior Tactician because I'm not going to score that because I've scored 1 objective so far this game. And I'm going to get rid of Supremacy because I'm not going to be able to score that this game. And I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to get rid of my Festering Blades and I'm going to get rid of Ready for Action.
Really?
I've got no objective, I've got no glory to buy any upgrades to be able to play it. So,
yes. Battle.
And I'm going to pick up a load of upgrades now. Wonderful. And I'll pick my last 2 objectives. So over to you.
I've scored Alone in the Darkness. Yeah. I've got 2 for Alone in the Darkness.
Right, yep.
I think I'm going to get rid of Shining Example. I kept it last time, but my leader has to be inspired. But I'm just not getting the right cards because it's his only spell. His only innate's the wrong word, but his only spell that he comes with is
his magical attack.
It's his magical attack, which is quite hard to hit with.
It's not the easiest because it's a 1 in 3 chance, isn't it?
And I think it's probably going to be better to cycle through. So I'm going to get 2 new objectives.
Okay, last round. Here we go. What do I get? A crit and 2 doubles.
A crit and 2 doubles. That might be hard to beat. A crit. Nothing else. 3 hammers.
Okay. I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Because it's not going to make much difference here. But I'm going to go first. And I'm going to charge with Kirk, the almost competent. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. How many wounds does he have? 4. Okay.
Oh no, 3. Plus 1.
Oh, he's taking a wound, does he?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Kirk, 2 hammers. What you gonna do? 2 hammers. Okay.
So he's not inspired.
Not inspired, so you need, not that dice, yeah. You need a crit.
No.
Oh. And I'm going to play Twist the Knife. I've managed to kill somebody.
Woo! I already got rid of the magic objective now.
Yep. So that's a charge on Kirk, and I did manage to kill you. So we forgot SOULTRAP, so Robin's going to roll that quickly now. And he got shield, so he's not dead. So I didn't get that glory.
Okay, I'm going to play Awakened Weapon on him.
Okay.
So I'm going to use his hammer attack, so it's 2 hammers.
Yep.
And he's got Awakened Weapon, so I can re-roll 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I shall re-roll the assist.
Yeah.
No, just a hammer.
Just a hammer.
So
Right.
shield or a crit.
How much damage do you do?
2.
2, so it's not enough to kill Kirk right now. Oh, I get a dodge, which is the one thing I didn't want.
Okay, I'm going to play Twist the Knife.
So Kirk's dead. Oh no, so now...
Oh no, I'm not going to play Twist the Knife, sorry.
Why not?
Oh, it doesn't matter actually.
Oh no, you can't because you've got his range 2, his weapon.
Yes, in that case I'm going to play Trap.
Okay. So Kirk should be dead when you push him back.
But you've got SOULTRAP.
But now I've got SOULTRAP, which I'll... So I need a crit or a shield.
Yeah,
shield.
so he's back.
Ooh, so he's not dead. But you do push him back, so where do you want to push him back to?
I will leave him there.
Okay. So he has taken 2 damage though. Oh no. Yes, he's
No,
taken 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
Because the pushback is +1, isn't it?
The plus is the
It's a
player's
reaction.
during a friend fighter that drives an enemy fighter back, the enemy suffers 1 damage. It's
Yes.
a reaction, so he's taken 2 damage.
He's taken 2 damage.
Gets
He's down
pushed
to
back.
1.
Then he's now to 1 damage. Okay.
Yep. Power step.
I have. I'm going to play Great Fortitude
Okay.
on Amis.
I have nothing still, so onto my second activation. I'm just going to move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power step. I have nothing. Over to you.
I'm going to play Tempest Might.
Ooh, what's that one do?
+1 damage for all spell attack actions.
+1 damage.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
And in my second activation, I'm going to make a charge action.
Yep.
And I've got Awakened Weapon, so I can re-roll one of these spell dice.
Yes, because it's attack dice, doesn't it?
So,
Oh, not that you need to.
no, I do, because I'll take a damage. But that probably doesn't matter, does it? So I'm
No.
not going to. Yeah, so I will. Okay, and I do score precise use of force this time. Well, I should have kept the successfully cast a spell one or whatever it was that I got rid of. I've now done it. He is now inspired.
Don't think it matters too much that you did. Score's 10 to 1.
Okay.
That's not a score, that's a tie. Right, so onto my third activation. I'm just going to pass.
Okay. He's moved, doesn't he? Okay. I'm going to beam the Master Stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up another one. So I think it's your 4th activation.
We think we're on to my 4th activation. To be fair, we've kind of lost track a little bit here. I think
Poor old
because
Peter's
it's not
given
going
up the
well for me.
ghost.
My 4th
Which is
activation.
ironic, really.
I'm
Should have started with the ghost.
So I'm going to skip. Again.
Okay.
It's knackering me all this skipping.
I'm going to swap my measured strike out.
So that was your 4th and final activation.
Yeah.
So we're on to the end. Well, power step. Anything you power step?
No, nothing.
So we're on to the end phase. What did you score?
I'm afraid I scored Escalation, Master of War, and Superior Tactician.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So and then
6.
6 in total.
What
You know
happened
what?
there?
That was a game. Not for you. You did fine. I can tell you a couple of things I did wrong. I turned up.
I feel really
No.
bad. We haven't had a game like that since you murdered me in something.
No, I think it's always I get
Stormcast.
annihilated.
Stormcast, I just couldn't get anything going in a Stormcast game that I hated, and everybody commiserated with me in the comments. You sounded really dejected. That's how you look today. Your body language from about a third of the way through was like,
that has got to be the one of the worst. I've played a lot of bad games. I think that's got to be my worst showing so far. And some of the problems were, I don't think you intended to do this, but with this Skaven over here, and the score's like 1,000,000 to 1 or something, so you've absolutely smashed me here. Where the objectives are, and where my starting points are, none of my guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can't get to any of the objectives from where I put all of my people. I put my guys too far back, so I couldn't
well,
get
I didn't
to you.
deliberately do that because I didn't know where you were going to put your people.
No, true. So the
But I did
first-
deliberately set them back
Yeah.
near me so I could attack you if you did.
So the first mistake I made was putting my guys too far back, which meant I had a whole phase of not being able to score very much. I then also got rid of hold objective 2, which I could have got, hold objective 5, which I couldn't have got, and supreme tactical supremacy 3 and 4, which I couldn't have got because I could have got 3 and 4, possibly, but you had a guy standing right next to 4, and when I went for 4, you killed him, and then I brought him back, which I shouldn't have done. The other thing I did wrong, I brought a guy back right over here. I don't know why I brought him back on my hex and why I did it straight away when I could have just held on to it, but I did.
Couldn't you just put him anywhere as well?
Yeah, could have put him anywhere and
So
didn't.
so
Put him right back rushes.
Well,
Right
I think
where I started.
that's one of those things where you're not quite thinking properly. You
Yeah.
just think, I'm going to bring him back, and you just put him where he was.
Yeah,
But actually, you could have put him here.
yeah. Could have put him anywhere, but then he would have been in striking range of you.
Well, that's true.
I started my hand with Musk of Fear, which is put someone on guard. I had Frenzied Stabbing, I had Trap, I had Ready for Action, I had Twist. I had a load of damaging cards, and I think I was holding on to try and ready for action double shot kill one of your guys. And what I should have done is I should have charged one of my guys in, done 1 maybe 2 damage to you before you got all your guys inspired.
To be fair, he was inspired first turn.
I think he was, yeah.
So that would have been tricky.
I could go on actually. It was just a really bad game. I played that terribly, and I deserved to lose in the.
You were a bit unlucky that I had my
battle.
turn right here.
That was
you kind
my
of set
one
it
thing.
nicely. You kind of did the 1 damage.
I did get the 1 damage. I then played.
And then you were ready to do it.
I then played I then played
Yeah.
Festering Blades on him. I could have possibly, at that point, could have possibly 2-shotted your guy.
And then I realised I had my turn.
And you had my turn, so that, you know, that's the way it goes. I think my deck's just bad. All of my ploys are things like Twist the Knife, Ready for Action, Frenzied Stabbing, you know, all damaging cards to try and help me do some damage to you. All of my objectives are grab objectives. Those two things don't go together. My plan was grab some objectives, get glory, take upgrades, kill things. However, I then tried, when I started playing the game, try and kill things. Completely ignored the objectives and just fluffed it up completely. Didn't help where I started placing my guys, didn't help how I played the game. Just played it badly.
Yeah, you really didn't want to win the roll, did you?
No, I wanted. Well, no, I didn't want to win the roll, but I wanted to go second. I don't know. I don't know what I needed or what I wanted. I don't really.
If you had 3 objectives in your half, it would have been a very different game because I'd have sat back.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
That's my game plan. But you'd have got supremacy.
I'd have if I'd had
you
3.
You would have got it first turn because I got concussion. But
yeah,
you'd have got supremacy, and then, yeah.
Also, I might have had the score objective 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. I might have got some of those in my half.
Have you got other manoeuvre cards? I didn't see any manoeuvre cards for you.
I didn't have any manoeuvre cards because I figured I was quite fast, so I didn't really need them.
They're just handy if you're playing objectives. They're handy if you get knocked off.
Yeah, yeah. And but this is the problem. I took a load of attacking and damaging ploys, but then I took a load of objectives, grab objective cards. So what I should have done is not tried to go damaging at all on you. I should have just loaded up with keys, with manoeuvring cards, and grab objectives. But I did this in a game. If you might recall, our viewers at home might remember, you smashed me utterly when I had Skaven and you had Fire Slayers, and I played a very similar attempt at grab a load of objective cards, grab a load of glory, power my guys up and come and kill you. But I don't need to do the come and kill you bit. Why am I doing that?
Until you're powered up.
I just need to do the grab a load of glory, buy a load of defensive upgrades or keys, and just stop you from being able to kill me.
Well, you can do the killing thing, but you do have to get some glory first. I mean, what works brilliantly for Khorne is grab a few little bits of thing and then buff up, because they are lethal when they're buffed up.
Well, the Skaven aren't really, because the Skaven are all 1 damage to the main guys.
Well, I've never seen him play, but
Kirk does
I know
2 damage.
John, he of Grand Clash Flame, he
does
buffs
play
Kirk to the
he does,
end, I think.
but he doesn't take loads of
no,
grab objective
no,
cards.
No.
And if you're going to go for a grab objective cards and a keys,
you've got change of tactics in your day.
I did have change of tactics, and I never got a chance to play it.
That's a valuable card. You've got Mask of Fear.
Yeah.
Anything where you get a free guard.
I also had cover ground, but sprint never came out for me. So
that's harsh. Yeah.
So none of my this card and that card combos, none of them came out. But then when you've only got 1 objective and 1 ploy that works together, your chances of them coming out are pretty slim.
Yeah, the weakness of this deck, which I had identified, particularly playing Skaven, and was worried about, is that if you don't engage, it's very hard for me to score glory. There are a few things, and I have got, didn't come out, have got spectral wings and +1 moves to try and surprise you.
Yeah, the sun comes screaming across the board.
Yeah.
But my theory there would have been that as long as I kept Skritch away a bit, then if you killed one of my guys, that was okay because I could bring them back somewhere else.
Well, I was hoping to kill Skritch. I was hoping to basically do what I did, which is have +1 damage on not +1 damage is use Dawn Guard.
Yeah.
So maybe get +1 damage. You actually have +1 damage. You're ready for action in the end.
Yeah, yeah.
But basically screamer across the board and kill Skritch,
which has worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
So I think the key here is when you build a deck, one, you've got to make sure that your cards have a synergy of some kind, which mine
is at the bottom,
which mine didn't. And the other thing is, if you make a plan, stick to the plan, you moron. Which I didn't do.
You do have to stick to the plan.
You do have to stick to the plan, and I didn't pay attention when placing my guys back here that I could not reach any of your objectives. I should have placed my guys further forwards and come after the objective. It didn't help that there's 3 objectives in your half, and that's the thing that I think still means an offensive deck.
Okay.
Well, yeah, partly that, but I think that's the thing that means that objective decks are still at a massive disadvantage, because you've got to go into your opponent's zone, and your opponent, if they're playing offensive, they're like, brilliant, just stand next to me, it makes it easier to kill you.
Yeah, I think that with an offensive deck, it's one less variable to worry about. It doesn't matter where the objectives are.
Yeah, because you don't care about them. Yeah. You're just trying to kill the opposition.
So you just put them out. You put yours out of the way to make it as difficult for your opposition as possible. Yeah. And then you don't care. And they either come to you, in which case you kill them, or you go to them, in which case you kill them.
Yeah, exactly. And that just reinforces my thinking that objectives decks are just not. And I believe recently an objectives keys deck did win a Grand Clash somewhere. It might have been in America or somewhere. I can't remember. Was it Australia? I know it did win a Grand Clash recently. But how many objectives decks have won Grand Clashes versus how many offensive decks have? And I think offensive decks are in the vast majority, because you've got lots of cards like Trap and Twist the Knife and all those kind of things that do damage.
Powerful
but there's not very many cards that are like, you can't be attacked next turn or things like that.
Could be about to change. Could be with the event,
because there's Skaven aren't going to get them, are they?
Because there's more. No, but there's more cards with lots of things in. So I'm just wondering whether you're not going to be able to go. I don't know, I haven't seen the cards. Just wonder whether you're not going to be able to go all that offensive, because there's going to be people out there who can overrun you.
True.
You see what I mean? So you're going to have to start, because that's all it really needs, just a slight shift, so that you can't take Twist the Knife and Trap and Concealed Weapon, because
but when you do,
because you might need Great Concussion, Earthquake, those kind of things. You might just need to have different things, because basically at the moment you have to have Great Concussion. Pretty much to stop, to A, to score a load of the darkness, and B, to move supremacy type cards off. And I just wonder whether the meta will shift, so that you, because obviously there's only so many cards you can have, and maybe there's going to be more manoeuvrability,
possibly,
so people can get away.
I still
more
think
cards like Quick Thinker. There's no point. It doesn't matter whether you've got Twist the Knife and Trap if people employ Quick Thinker.
But you can only use Quick Thinker once, and you can keep hold of
more cards like Quick Thinker.
Possibly, yeah. There might be some things like there is. Yeah, there might be some more stuff like that. I think this just highlights the fact that whilst my deck was a grab objectives deck, I didn't take any ploys to back that up, because I could have taken Invisible Wall, which is the one which limits you to 1 move. That's a turn of me stopping you being able to go. I should have taken Distraction, because that could have pushed your guy away. So at the very least, if you want to then attack me, you'd have to move again, forcing you to do that kind of thing. I think this comes down to just a terrible deck and terrible execution led to a terrible, terrible game. And I am sorry, viewers.
For having to watch
I am sorry for having to watch that terrible game. But Robin liked it. He had a great time.
I didn't really, actually. Like last week's game, which was, I did think I was going to win, that was a good game. And for this week, I don't know, it was just painful to watch you deflate.
there is, yeah, and I am sorry for my loss of enthusiasm there. It is quite hard to keep enthusiastic when you're getting pasted.
There are just some games where I had it with the Cursebreakers a couple of weeks ago, you just think, oh, this
just
at least that was comical, because I was missing attack every time.
There is that.
But it just, what is the point in playing this game? There is no.
It can be annoying, and if you're playing in the tournament, you can get to the end of the second round. You can say, you know what, I capitulate because I'm not winning, and I'm not going to win this, and it's just gone terribly wrong. And this is the other thing which really does enforce the whole best of 3. Does help balance the game out. I suspect in the best of 3 I would have gone, you know what, that was really bad and I should change everything up and change things around, maybe use different boards or something like that.
And in an ideal world we would play best of 3 every week, but we talk too much.
Yes, we do far, far, far too much. We have too little time. But the other reason why best of 3s aren't good for objective based decks is after the first game you know what I'm doing. So all your moves are just move on to objectives.
I wonder whether you should have, I don't know if it made much difference, but you showed your hand literally when you threw away those objectives. I know they weren't brilliant to score, but I hadn't expected a whole objective deck at all.
They were better for me to score than the ones I then drew.
Right, I expected a hard and fast Skaven attack.
Well, you see, I'm getting a bit. I want to try and do some more objective decks because we don't play them really.
No, it's because they're shit.
Exactly. You get smashed when you play objective decks.
I wouldn't bother.
So I'm like, every game we're playing, I'm sitting there going, right, I'm going to take Twist the Knife, I'm going to take Trap, I'm going to take Precise Use of Force, I'm going to take this. They're all offensive cards, and I'm like, I want to play some objective-based decks, and Skaven should be good at objectives decks.
I did try and mix this up. It didn't really come out. I did play Spectral Wings and things like that to run out.
Yeah.
Which,
but it's all a flavour of offensive, isn't it?
It is. Well, I think the Cursebreakers, they obviously can't play.
No, they can't play objective. But
I would have played the Nighthawks last week. I want to play an objective Nighthawk deck. But then when you're playing Sepulchral Guard,
no,
that's just mayhem. Well, actually, I did have Supremacy and Arrow anyway,
and
making a statement. So
you did score them all.
Yeah,
so
I didn't score making a statement. It was that's getting.
So objectives decks aren't dead at all. They're doing very well, and it's just me being.
No, I think it's the Supremacy is much easier to score than those 1 and 2 ones.
I think they might be.
I think Supremacy is any cards, any objective. I know you've got to get 3, but
it doesn't help. I had 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I've got 2 and 3 on my side.
Exactly. I mean there should be a 2.2 objective card. Any 2 objectives for two glory.
There should be, shouldn't there?
Immediately.
Some kind.
Yeah.
Even if there's only just one of them, there should be one card in the deck. A bit like. But the trouble is, you've got Our Only Way Out, which is only 2 glory for 3 objectives.
Yeah, I don't understand. You see, you're kind of right in some ways, and that's another way of skewing the game back towards objective decks, is to make them be able to score more.
Make objectives a bit easier to score, maybe.
Just score more.
Yeah.
It's more of a payout to score it. Like if you get like Supremacy, let's suppose in there, like the Tactical Genius ones, they score the same as Supremacy, which is madness because they're much harder to score.
Yeah.
But if they score 5, then you might think, well, okay,
maybe I'll go after Supremacy or something.
That's worth getting for 5.
So I think, despite the fact that a recent win was an objective key deck, I think overall objectives decks aren't as nice. They're not as fun to play. I think they're much more challenging, and they're easier to counter than an offensive deck, I feel.
So what you're really saying is a moron could beat somebody who's playing an objective deck. Is that how you're spinning this? Is that how you're spinning this?
And we're done here. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
So on that bombshell.
So I hope you guys tried to enjoy that. I mean, as always, point out anything we missed in the comments below, and I know
we probably did miss stuff. I think both our heads went down a little bit.
Yeah, and I know I just played a really bad game. So
don't give him a hard time.
Don't give me any tactics tips. I know what my tactics should be next time, which is don't be that bad. But there we go. That's the game. Hopefully the next one will be better. This was one of our voted for games, and if you want to vote to see other matches, then do go over to our Patreon page and check out the poll. Maybe hang around. We're not always this terrible. And we shall see you next week in the City of Mirrors.
Is there still time to vote for whatever we're going to play next week?
Who knows? Vote anyway. Go and have a look and check your vote, and it can't hurt.
Yeah,
there'll be new warbands out by then, so there'll be new warbands.
Actually, you don't get a choice. We can play the new warbands.
Yeah, that's true. But who against who? That's the question. Well, yeah, good point. Yeah, we don't know anyone else. Okay, guys, see you next week.